And now, we have the honor of hearing from two of your fellow graduates. I'm delighted to introduce Sachella Olivier, Master of Business Administration from New York, and then we will hear immediately afterwards from Michelle Hilton, also earning a Bachelor of Business Administration from the great state of Florida. Please join me in welcoming first Sachella and then Michelle to the podium.
Good morning to all faculty, staff, instructors, program mentors, family, friends, and most importantly, to all graduates. Graduates, I would like to say that we did it, but we didn't just do it, we mastered it. Congratulations, all your hard work and sacrifices paid off. My name is Sachella Olivier. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story with you all today. At this time, I would like all graduates to take a moment to turn to your family, friends, boss, or a faculty member who came to see you shine on your day, and tell your support system a big thank you. You would not be here today without some form of support. So together, we say, thank you. If someone couldn't make it today who supported you along the way, make it your duty to thank them at some point throughout the day. Personally, I would like to thank my higher power, God. I would also like to thank my best friend, Shanique Graham Tucker, my superhero, also known as my mother, Charmaine Dixon, and my incredible husband, Tarek Olivier. Those four individuals were my main support system, and I do not believe I would be here today without their support along my academic journey. So, I thank you all. I am originally from a small tropical island where most of you probably vacationed before, Jamaica. Yeah, man! I was born and raised on the island for a decade, and then I migrated to the United States when I was 10. Prior to migrating, I attended a primary school, and their motto was, only the best is good enough. And I have followed that motto throughout my life. During my time attending primary school, each year I would place academically first or second out of 25 children. I always thought I was lucky or just worked hard to get good grades. But reminiscing from an adult standpoint, I got those placements thanks to the support and leadership example from my mother. She always helped me with my homework. She stayed up late to ensure my projects were completed before their due date, paid tutors even when we didn't even have it in our budget, and she even parked outside in the shade in front of the school to help quiz me before I had a test each morning at school. Without that level of support and example of leadership from the start, I would not be standing here today. So thank you again, Mommy. From the age of 5, I was attracted to esprit de corps. I always wanted to be or do something bigger than myself. I knew I wanted to make a positive impact. From the age of 5, I also wanted to be a police officer, following the footsteps of my mother, as well as I also wanted to become a dentist too. I joined the armed services enlisting right out of high school, and I was commissioned as a United States signal officer 4 years later. Somehow, I felt at peace serving in the Army. The best of both worlds, I tell myself. Less than a year after my commission, I met my amazing and loving husband, who is also currently serving as a United States Army signal officer. I have been serving for a total of 9 years. Throughout my service, I have faced a lot of challenges as well as fears. In 2019, I was deployed overseas, and our base was hit by an indirect fire. This happens majority of the time, but I took it harder than others, since the IDF struck only 100 meters away from our bunks. The IDF landed along the same route I would normally take to conduct my nightly routine before lights out. Prior to that traumatic event, I did not want to continue my education. I did not want to challenge myself academically due to fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear that it would be too expensive, fear that I wouldn't be wise enough, and fear that I wouldn't have time. In an ironic way, I am thankful for that traumatic event, since it encouraged me to face my fears and give life my all, no matter what, whether it be academically, physically, and mentally, because only the best is good enough. If you give something your all, so what if you fail? It doesn't matter, because bottom line is, you tried. I diligently worked on my degree while having a full-time job, serving in a position 1 rank higher than my current grade, all while I was geographically separated from my spouse and struggling with depression. And here I am today with an MBA. I was serving as an information systems officer, which is equivalent to an IT manager position. Prior to starting that job, I was anxious. I thought I would fail because I didn't have the proper training required, or I feel as if I didn't or have skilled enough to accomplish the mission or job. With no prior or technical training and limited guidance, I still managed to successfully attain 100% operational readiness for my command, where the year previous, the operational readiness was at 0%. In addition, I completed many other additional duties, including successfully training more than 200 soldiers. There are many reasons why I thought I was successful in that role, but the biggest reason I will highlight was the help of my subordinates. Even though my knowledge and skill set for the job was minimal at the beginning of my experience, I always treated my staff with respect, transparency, and led by example. MBA programs of business, IT, health and nursing, and teaching. We have all accomplished mastering our field, but let us challenge ourselves to master leadership. Always take care of people, and they will always take care of you in return. A former professor, Stefan Patnaud, once said, "The person that you are and the temperament that you have will impact how the universe takes care of you. Remember, only the best is good enough." Thank you.